to Reads and Threads. My name's Kate. Hello if you're new here. Welcome back if you're joining us again. Today we're going to be going through an unhaul. So this is just a short little video that I thought I'd put together. Over the month of April, I have decided that I am going to be unhauling a fair few books out of my collection. I think, what is it? About 11, just from two authors. That little bit of a spoiler. I did try and read throughout April and just decided that they weren't for me. So we'll go through what they are, why I'm getting rid of them, and all of that, and let's crack on. The first one that I am getting rid of is a book by an author called Kate Forsyth, and that is the first book in the Witches of Elenan series, Dragonclaw. I have actually decided that I am going to get rid of all of this series that I currently own. So I own books 2 and 3 as well. So book 2 is The Pool of New Moons and book 3 is The Cursed Towers. So I didn't actually try any of these books, but I did try another Kate Forsyth book called The Tower of Ravens. And it was in reading that I realized that the two series were connected. And I think I only got through a page of The Tower of Ravens before I just thought, this is not a series for me. I didn't like the character at all. I like literally a page and I could just tell that I didn't like the writing. Character, she was a mix between a deer, I think, and a human, but more deer. I will talk a little bit about that in my April wrap up, but once I realized that these series were connected, I thought, if I don't like this one, I'm probably not going to like the other ones either. And I have always, so I'm a little bit sad because I have always liked these covers and I've seen them around everywhere for so long. But in saying that, that should have probably been a bit of an indicator. I never had any kind of urge to pick them up, that I probably wasn't going to really enjoy them very much anymore. So unfortunately, these ones are going. I do really like them, but it's just not a series for me. So those three I will probably take into work. The same with the other books that I'm going to mention as well. So even if these are ones that don't end up within the library collection, they will end up going into a book sale, and then the proceeds of our book sale go back to helping the library to get new things. Hopefully they will end up in a good home, someone who really likes them and enjoys Kate Forsyth as an author. That unfortunately just is not me. Another book that I did try in April, I have owned and had on my want to read list for an extremely long time. I think I actually bought the first book in this series about when it came out, and that came out in the paperback version that I do have in 1998. So we're talking a while, and I do vaguely remember at one point trying to pick it up before and not liking it, but I did give it a go this month. I can't remember exactly where I got up to, but that was Ian Irvine's Shadow on the Glass. Now this one, it wasn't so much that I couldn't necessarily read it. If I wanted to, I could have made it to the end. I just wasn't that interested. And I also wasn't really gelling with the characters and the storyline. I didn't have the urge to pick it up at all. And I just think that he may be an author for some people, but he's not, it turns out, an author for me. So again, this was at a time when I was first going into being a fantasy reader, or reading really from my own books, or books that I could purchase and not have someone tell me that I had to read. So when I was younger and that was the case, I did buy a fair few of them. So unfortunately, I have decided that I'm going to unhaul them all, mainly because Ian Irvine's series are all interconnected. So he's made one giant world. The first series, which is this one, is called The View from the Mirror. So this is book 1 and it's a 4-part series. So we've got A Shadow on the Glass, and then book 2 is The Tower on the Rift. Book 3 is Dark is the Moon. And then book 4 in this series, the last series of this one, is The Way Between Worlds. And I picked these up in multiple different spots. I really do like the way that they look. All of his series, you'll notice, have the same outside decoration on the paperbacks. And they were really well put together. They are all really chunky. And so if you enjoy his writing, I think it would actually be an epic series reading all of these. Unfortunately, I just wasn't gelling with it at all. So his other series, because I didn't just stop at one, that I bought was the Well of Echoes series. The first book in that one is Geomancer. And then the second book in that series is Tesseract. And then we got Scrutator, maybe is how you say that. I'm not entirely sure on that one. And then the 4th book was Chimera. Again, hugely thick series, 4 series, and they're all part of a bigger world called The Tale of Three Worlds. So overall, the series was about 4, I think, actual different civilizations coming together and trying to integrate and live harmoniously, but then that wasn't obviously happening. Like most fantasy series, that doesn't tend to happen a lot. I think I got maybe up to like 150, 113. I think I got up to like chapter 9 or 10 in this. So about 100 pages in before I did decide to DNF it. And I will talk a bit more about that in my April wrap up. But considering the size of these books over the both authors, it's going to actually clear up a lot of shelf space for me, which is really good because I am super looking forward to getting new special edition books in, and I'm having so much fun just shopping that although it is sad to have some go that I have had on my shelf for an extremely long time, there's no point keeping books that I don't enjoy. And I really want my shelves to be an extension of me and my reading taste and what I really enjoy. And I think for the most part it is. There is still a lot on there that I have never read. There are still a lot that I'm hoping my TBR game is going to bring up and I will get to try. But I'm also looking forward to my special edition boxes and my shopping actually introducing me to new authors. So although sad to see them go, I'm eager to replace them with books that I will hopefully very much enjoy. So not a hugely long video this time, but hopefully these books will go to a good home and someone who really enjoys them. A couple of them I did pick up, I think, second hand, but still in really good condition. And so hopefully they will bring a little bit of money into the library and be enjoyed by the next person. So just a short one this week from me. It was a bit weird with the way that the days were laying out. I was considering having my April wrap up go live today, but considering April only finished yesterday, it doesn't really work out overly well. And that just gives me a little bit more time to put that one together. So look out for that one next week. And if you have liked this video, please feel free to hit that like button. If you don't have anything to tell me, but you want to let me know you were here, feel free to put a little book emoji down in the comments. That would be great. Are there any books that you've unhauled this month? I'd love to hear what they are. You never know what someone unhauls might be your next favorite book. So feel free to leave me any recommendations in the comments. Also, I have linked down below my Goodreads and my Storygraph and my Instagram, so feel free to come and check me out on any of those. I'd love to get to know everyone more. see what we have reading in common, all that kind of stuff. I hope that wherever you are just having an absolutely wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.